Hi. So in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to create contours and some shades in a soft way on a portrait that already has an undercoat. So it won't take too long to show you all the different detailing that has been done on this portrait. So in the first part, we're fixing the contour of the top of the eyebrow. So over here we apply white oil paint, and after putting the stroke where we want to lighten it a bit, we just smoothen it out a bit, and then what we do is we clean the brush, and with a clean brush we only merge the edges with the rest of the forehead. See? This way what happens is that the light shade stays. If you keep on stroking over the light shade, then that part's gonna be blended again with the forehead. So we want to create a slight contrast and create the light. So you can see that I'm doing small rounded strokes, and some strokes are a bit linear as well, but mostly rounded strokes to give it a soft look, and it gives it a soft feel then. And the light contour is now there. Now I'm going to work a little bit more on the smudging bit and smudge it with a clean brush. Keep watching and you'll see how I've added these details. Now this part is done. Now what we do is we create a mid-tone for the eye socket, so we can merge it into the shade of the eyebrow. I'm going to use the same method. I'm going to put the mid-tone there, and then I'm going to smudge the edges. Take your time doing this, because the softer it is, the better the refined finished portrait will look. Now there's this harsh line forming. I'm going to work on that right after this part is nice and smooth. See? Now I'm taking this harsh line away, and I've made that soft as well. After each 2-3 seconds I keep cleaning my brush, because otherwise it's going to make everything into one shade actually. So over here there's a slight brown tone, so I've taken burnt umber and I've put some white in it, and I've created a light tone which is going to go towards the nose. Now I'm creating the contour, the slightly darker shade for the chin area and the jawline. So I've put the lighter shade of the burnt umber, which creates a nice skin tone, brown skin tone, and I'm going to refine the jawline and then merge the top of it. I might even do some finger smudging. I love using my hands actually. While painting, it's a lot of fun because it's a real hands-on experience then. And see the edges, I'm going to be smudging those so there's no harsh line, and there's a real smooth transition onto the lighter shade of the cheek. A slightly darker tone I'm going to put right after, and it's going to give it a proper shade, and you can tell the chin and the neck apart then. Later in the video I'm going to show you how to refine hair and the eyebrows, and how to actually make fine hair. So take your time in the blending part, because the finer the blending, the finer the piece will turn out. So it does take some time because the refinement takes some time, and I've done the eye bit. Now just the jawline smudging is going on, and after that I'm going to make a second shade before going on to the cheek blush. See, the finger smudging is actually a lot of fun, and you're very much in control then. So there's a tap technique, and with that I've merged the light shade and the dark shade of the jawline, and I'm again doing the rounded strokes to do the blending. Now I'm going to take some black, and I've put it right under the chin, under the jawline, and then I've merged it a bit. Now I'm going to refine the hair for the eyebrow with a really thin brush, which is a 0 brush. Actually it's a 0.00, and after that I'm going to use a pin and scratch out some lines to make finer details of the eyebrow. See here, I'm scratching the black paint that I've put already, the stroke, and I'm putting finer lines in it. So you keep adding details and you keep on doing the blending part, and the piece will turn out really well. I'm using a chocolate box actually. I love recycling, so I'm using the chocolate box tray as a color palette. Keep cleaning the pin with a tissue so that you don't keep on creating blobs on the paint, blobs on the eyebrow. After that I'm going to refine the other one, the other eyebrow, because I feel it's a little thinner than it should be. And then I'm going to scratch out more details from this eyebrow. I'm almost done. I think I missed the part about the cheek blush. So over there I've put this slight scarlet tone, scarlet white, and some ochre to create this nice fresh blush. And then I've tapped the edges to merge it with the rest of the lighter shades of the cheek. So that's it. It's almost done. Now I'm doing the hair on the forehead, and I've diluted black paint and I'm creating strokes in the direction of the hair. It's a slight puff sort of a style. So I'm just creating basic details. See, you need to dilute it with some turpentine, the black paint, and then put the strokes so that there's fluidity and the stroke doesn't abruptly stop, and you can take the stroke in a fluent, in a nice smooth flow. So I'm making some of the hair fuzz, the single strands or a couple of strands that are not in the puff actually. Before that I coated the background lightly with a shade of gray so that whatever shade is reflected through the hair, the finer hair, The paint is already there in the background. The key is actually to create all your shades from before so that you can put the strokes, for example the slight highlight that's coming on the puff. And that's it. Once this is done, we'll show you the final image. Bye. Hope you liked the video. I'm really new at this, so it's going to take me some time anyway to get better at it. Thanks. Goodbye.